Hi, I'm Professor Murray. Welcome to Project Management. I want to tell you a little bit about how the course is going to work. It is an online course. There's no scheduled events, there's no scheduled lectures that you have to attend, but we do have class meetings, and I expect you to attend those if you can. They're not mandatory, but we have a lot of good discussion. So make it if you can. Let me know if you can't make it. All right, let's take a look at the Canvas shell for this course. When you open Canvas, you're going to come to this home page, B132 Project Management. And let's see what we've got here. This blue button is a start here. So obviously start there, click on that, see what you find. The next one that's a short video introducing myself. If you've never had a class with me before, you might want to take a look at that. There's also some information on my office hours and other things on there. Okay, a little further down, this first one says lecture recorded. That's for our class meetings. That's a Zoom conference room, and you'll go there for our class meetings. I record those, and I'll put a link to the recording in the announcements afterwards. So if you miss the meeting, you can always go there and see what went on. The next one is a link to my office hours. Those are one-on-one and they're not recorded, so we can talk about what you like there. Let's go to the lesson 1 introduction. In the introduction, we start out with, here's this video, Meet Your Professor. That's to introduce myself to you. But before that, there's lesson 1, reading and tests. We'll open that. This is kind of an outline of the lesson, of what we're going to do during this unit. So there's the resources that you should be aware of. There's the to-do list. Those are all the things that you need to do in this lesson. And then there's some information about the learning objectives and the student learning outcomes. So that gives you a summary of what's in that module. Now we'll go back to the module. And here's the various things. Now I want to talk about textbooks a little bit. Here's a couple of textbooks that we've used in the past. This one is by Lawson and Gray. Really good book. It's kind of expensive though. It's about $130. This is also another good one, also around $130. So these are good textbooks, and if you happen to find one of these guys used for not too much money, it's worth picking up. So we've used those in the past. In the last semester, I switched to using this guy. It's the PMBOK guide. This is produced by Project Management Institute. And there's a couple things about it, a couple really good things. First of all, as a student, you can get the PDF version of this for free once you get a membership. And the membership is $32. So it's very economical, and we've used this in the past. The downside is, as you can tell, it's a big book. It's got tons of information in there, but you can kind of drown in this guy. So really good book. It's got really good information in it. The price is right, but it's kind of arduous to get through it. So we're not going to use this guy. This is an optional textbook this semester. What we're going to use is, let me go back to my computer here. And if I can find the link, we're going to use a free textbook that's produced by University of British Columbia. And the textbook is called Project Management. No big surprise there. There's a few ways you can get access to this textbook. First of all, on their website, and I'll post a link to their website on Canvas, you can read it electronically over the web. So if you don't want to download it, you can just go to their website and read it there. Second option is they've got several different ways to download it, and it gives you different formats. Or the third option you have is right in our Canvas shell under under Unit 1 Introduction, down here there's Project Management Textbook. That's a PDF copy of that textbook. So you can just click on that and download that textbook to your computer. It's a good textbook. It covers all the same things as these other textbooks, but the nice thing is it's free, and so we're going to use that starting this semester. Now there's a couple of things I need to catch up on my part. If you notice, I'll go back to Lesson 1, Readings and Tasks. If I open that, on the resources section, it says to read chapters 1 through 3 in the PMBOK. So read chapters 1 through 3 in here. We're not going to use this textbook, so I need to go through and update Canvas with the equivalent chapters in that free download PDF textbook. So I've got some catching up to do, but we're going to use that PDF textbook as our main textbook. The next link here is a PMI membership and textbook. Again, that textbook is optional. If I click on that, that takes me to the Project Management Institute. And these guys are kind of like the industry standard, at least in North America, for project management. If you get into a career where you're dealing a lot with projects, you're going to come across the PMI Institute, and there's project management certification. So it's a really good group of professionals that focus on project management. As you can see here, you can become a member for $32. So if you're interested in it, that's worth doing. If you want to get certification, you can do that. Not through this course, but you can do it on your own. And there's other professors at the college that are leading members in this organization. So there's lots of resources to do that if you're interested. All of that's optional for this course. I'll go back to this module, and there's a few things you have to do to get started. There's a pre-course knowledge survey. You have to update your Canvas profile, and there's an introduction discussion area where you have to, it's worth 50 points. So you get 30 points for telling about yourself, and you can get an extra 20 points for making a minimum of 2 comments on other people's posting. So get on that and get involved, and that's part of making this kind of an interesting course where you get to know your fellow students. The other thing I do with that is once the introductions are in, I'll go through that and I'll pick out little bits of information. And down here a little further, if I can find it, there's a quiz, and here it is. In lesson 5, so around week 5, we're going to have a Who's Who quiz. I go through the introductions and I pull out little bits of information, and I make up a quiz for you to find out who's who. Okay, so that's it for the getting started in the course, and I'm looking forward to seeing you this semester. Talk to you soon.